Hello, denizens of the internet, browsers of the web, inhabitants of planet Earth, Earthlings, Earth people round the circle. How's it going? I'm here in Scotland, which is part of the UK, enjoying what is the hottest February day ever. Over 20 degrees C. I'm looking out over a mill pond calm loch at Loch Gelly towards a setting sun through the multiple wind turbines which will allegedly save us from the worst consequences of climate change by mitigating our previous carbon use, or rather replacing it. And just over the hill there you can see Mossmoran, which is a liquid petroleum gas refinery. So in this picture you can see both the past, the present, and up there's the sun, which is the future. For those of you of a nervous disposition and people who enjoy denying climate change is a thing, you might want to look away now or stop watching, because I'm going to express my view on climate change and human reprocessing of the atmosphere. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are totally fucked. Sure, there's a technology nexus which we may be able to innovate some solutions that get us out of this mess. But be in no doubt at all, we are in a big fucking mess. Since the start of the Industrial Revolution, we've altered the atmosphere of planet Earth. I'm not even going to go into denier claims here. You know, most of the people who don't accept the sort of settled consensus of science can't actually articulate what the scientists are saying, so you'll excuse me if I don't address your ignorant concerns. If there's anybody out there who is familiar with the resonant bonds between the molecules of carbon dioxide that causes infrared energy to be re-radiated to the surface of the Earth, who doesn't agree with climate change, I haven't met them. The only people who don't agree with climate change don't know about it, or don't know enough about it. So, climate change. What's happened and what's going to happen? Well, what's happened in the past is, and a lot of people don't know this, of the major mass extinctions that ever happened on Earth, I think there's 6 of them, 5 of them were caused by climate change, not big rocks. The dinosaurs were the only mass extinction that was caused by a rock from outer space. We should be so lucky. A rock from outer space is relatively not welcome, but you know, it would be less of a problem and we would feel less bad about it, considering we hadn't eaten our own legs, as it were. Nope. Of all the mass extinctions that have ever happened on planet Earth, almost all of them were caused by climate change. And so another thing that people don't understand is what climate change does. I keep hearing about sea level rising. Now, you'll excuse me for saying so, but you see this water? If it starts rising, I'm going to do this. I'm going to move away. This is me moving away from the sea levels rising. Not a big fucking problem. You know, the fact that Bangladesh and London and Tokyo and other places disappear under the ocean isn't really a big problem for me, because those people can move, cities can be rebuilt, and so I fail to see what the issue is. Nope. What happens when climate change mass extincts things is this. First of all, life in the ocean dies. The ocean turns into a stagnant cesspool of death, and a range of gases ooze out or pour out or emanate from the ocean, sweeping up over the land, extinguishing all life. All life. Not just animals, but plants, bacteria, all life, and lots of it. Now, to be honest, as an astronomer and a person with a very long view of time, I'm not really bothered. Actually, it's not so much the extinction of life as the transfer. You know, large mammals go away and other life proliferates, mostly algae and, you know, extremophile bacteria. But c'est la vie, there's hundreds of millions of years for the planet to recover. I can't say, in the grand scheme of the cosmic and universal matrix of life, that the loss of a few mammals on Earth is a big problem, but it's regrettable from our point of view. Like, you know, for your children and your children's children who will live through the end of agriculture, the demise of technology, or not, as I was saying before, because also as a technologist, I'm a big fan of technology. I believe partially that there are potentially solutions to what we've done. And I look forward to seeing what happens, if you like, in the next few chapters of this incredible science fiction tale. Like, there's a story unfolding and we haven't got to the end yet, but the setup's really dramatic, you know. Vast amounts of lives are at stake. Huge amounts of intellect and resources will be applied to resolving the problem. And that'll be fun. That'll be interesting. But it's definitely gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. Some things I like to think about climate change that I'd like to express. The IPCC are lying government tools. They are understating everything about climate change for the benefit of vested interests, the carbon businesses on Earth that really don't want to give up what is the most lucrative business ever. Pumping oil out of the ground, oil, gas, coal, and selling it to people for vast sums of money. The greatest business ever. And you have to ask yourself, if you're a climate denier, why they're giving that up. Petrol and diesel combustion engines are banned in Europe from 2020. I believe some states in America, they're already banned. The Rothschilds are disinvesting from carbon fuels. Saudi Arabia is disinvesting from carbon fuels. Man, if there wasn't a problem with this shit, why would you chuck in the greatest business ever? I'll tell you why they're disinvesting or divesting, because scientists have whispered in their ear, shh, we're totally fucked. You can't do that anymore. And so we're not going to do that anymore. And instead we're going to do this. We're going to do wind turbines and solar power. So good luck to us. But when we do that, when we do wind power and solar power and geothermal power, and we stop burning coal, one of the things that's going to happen is the temperature on Earth will go up 2 degrees within 14 days of us stopping burning coal. Just Google it. There's so much soot put into the atmosphere by burning coal that it's actually dimming us and causing temperatures to be 2 degrees below what they would be already. So the idea that we will, hang on, low power mode, folks, not got much left. The idea that we'll hold temperatures to 1.5 degree increase is a fantasy. We're already looking at +2. When the methane from the permafrost and the Arctic kicks in, we're probably looking at +4, plus whatever the IPCC estimates we're going to have. So get your bikinis out, get your sun cream out. And if you live near the water, start looking at buying property somewhere else. Maybe some of you out there know this and agree with this, and I'm just, this is just like an echo chamber video for people who already know this shit. Maybe some of you violently disagree with me, and there'll be a whole host of comments about how I'm pumping out some government shill message. I assure you, we're fucked. The atmosphere's fucked. Temperatures are going up. Agriculture in large parts of the world is going away, and we're already in the middle of the biggest mass extinction since the dinosaurs, just by habitat loss. And climate change is going to accelerate that and exacerbate that, and we're going to be here, I assure you. This is not some future problem. We're going to be here while it happens. So, no flicking to the back of this book to see how it ends. We're all in for the ride. Enjoy it while you can. Today, the hottest day in Britain ever. This is as good as it gets. Okay, I'm signing off now for low battery. Have fun. See you next time.